Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, we here in the greater Baton Rouge community have been the beneficiaries of having great public radio here from WRKF. They have some exciting events coming up that honor their founders, and here to tell us all about it is David Gordon. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you having me on today.
For the folks who might not be familiar with the great resource that WRKF is, tell them a little bit about it.
Well, we are the public radio station for Baton Rouge. Mainly in most people's minds, it means we're the NPR station, National Public Radio, and that's true. We do carry an awful lot of programming from NPR, but we also have invested a lot in our local news coverage, especially over the past couple of years. So it's a nice mix of national and local news and information, and some entertainment thrown in there. You hear car talk, you hear Garrison Keillor, those kinds of things as well.
Always great entertainment to be had there, and a long tradition of providing that entertainment. And to that end, you're honoring some of the founders of WRKF?
Well, we are. It's, believe it or not, 35 years since
Wow.
the station signed on. The station actually incorporated about 40 years ago, but they threw the switch and went on the air on January 18th, 1980. So this is the 35th year, and we decided to do something big this year, and we are going to have the first Founders Luncheon. James Carville is going to be the speaker of note, and he's going to talk about, he says, the governor's race, but probably anything else that comes to his mind. So that's going to be a great show. But we are going to honor one of our founders, the recently deceased Lou Carter, was with the station from the very beginning. I think he was with the station probably continuously for the whole 40 years, from incorporation up until his passing a couple of months ago. So when we decided to give a Founders Award, we couldn't think of a better person to get the first one. His family will be there to accept on his behalf, and we're really looking forward to that part of it.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, for somebody like myself who grew up here in the Baton Rouge area, his voice and the voices of WRKF are really, they're iconic to me. I mean, they were someone that you've heard growing up your whole life.
Right. Yeah, Lou was there for basically the whole history. Constance Navratil is another one who was one of the founders, and again, she passed recently as well, but was there on the air doing a radio show just like Lou up until her passing. So a lot of people worked together to get this thing going, and some of them stuck with it all the way through up until now. So it should be a fun event. It'll be a celebration of the station, and as they say, good seats are still available. If you'd like to go to WRKF.org, you can see about getting a ticket or a table, either one. Bob Mann and Jim Brandt are co-chairs of the event committee, and they've had a big hand into making this whole thing happen up until this point. So it should be a really good time.
Well, and with a name like James Carville involved in this, one way or another, you will definitely be entertained, right?
Yes, you may not always agree with what he says, but you'll have a good time hearing it.
Well, I know in order to keep the station going and keep doing this great work you're doing, it takes members, and your membership drive is coming up. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, it is. That comes up, let me just double check to make sure. It comes up on September the 28th. It'll go September 28th through October 9th. We go for a couple of weeks. We try not to go wall-to-wall on-air fundraising, but that is what it takes. 45% of our operating money comes from members, so it is important for folks to respond. They always do. That's why we're still here after 35 years.
Yeah, a great event for a great cause. Thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about it today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be back to wrap it up next on this edition of Across Louisiana. Don't go anywhere, folks.